Hi everyone. So today we would be dealing the poem The Chance of Humming by Rumi. So before moving on to the poem, I would like to ask you all, what is humming? Humming is that sound which we make where we close our lips and we make this musical sound, we hum. So that is humming. And how is this humming? The chance of humming, how is this uh, how do we deal with this in our normal life? Like, how do we hum in the now is how we are going to listen to by Rumi. Now, Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi. This is our poet. So, Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet, and he was greatly influenced by his father and also Sufism. Sufism played a big role in his life. Now, Rumi's writings were inspired by Persian poets Attar and Sanai. Now, again, Rumi wrote spontaneous ghazals, which is Persian poems, usually on pain or loss. So, again, he wrote various ghazals and it was related to pain or loss. These were the main themes of his poems. Now, for Rumi, knowledge was like a torchlight, helping to search for the best within the soul. So for Rumi, knowledge again is a torch. It's like a torchlight. So you have this knowledge, and with that torchlight, it is like a torchlight where you search the best within us. Using this knowledge, we should not be. The purpose of knowledge is to find good things around you, good things within our soul, to make us a better human being. So here, when we study poems or literature, for that matter, we are learning chapters in our life. It is not just going through the textbooks and just randomly just mugging up things, but these are certain things which teach us how to live, how to use this knowledge and inspire others too. So Rumi, again, is that poet who inspires us to think. He has this philosophical touch in his poems, be it ghazals or any other works of his. He says in Masnavi that if words begin to flow from a source within, only then one can start flying with one's own wings. So, words, we have to, only words begin to flow within us. We should have that inner knowledge, uh, that essence of spirituality within us. Only then one can start flying with one's own wings. So, we have to, with this knowledge as a torchlight, one should fly. So, his poems teach us, gives us a message. Now, without any delay, let's go to the poem, The Chance of Humming. So, let's read the poem. A man standing on two logs in a river might do all right floating with the current while humming in the now. So, here a man is standing on two logs. He's floating. He's floating on the logs. It's floating in the river, and he's standing on the log. Now the two logs that he's standing on with the current while humming in the now. Again, humming in the now. That is, he's enjoying the present moment. He's just living his life right now. He's just humming in the now. Though, if one log is tied to a camel who is also heading south along the bank at the same pace, all could still be well with the world unless. So, now there's this camel. There's a camel. Now, just imagine this man is traveling on this log. On the same log, a camel is also tied to it. So, both of them are traveling in the same direction, and suddenly everything could be fine, everything is well, but what happens unless the camel thinks he forgot something and abruptly turns upstream, then so everything is fine, both of them are just going, living their present moment, going in the current of the now and humming in the now, but everything could be in trouble, something could happen unless what happens, the camel turns. These are two logs which they are going on. Suddenly, the camel turns, that forgot something, and it turns. And then, what could happen? Abruptly turns upstream. Then, oh, then something, then things can become critical. Then, most minds do not live in the present and can stick to a reasonable plan. most minds abruptly turns and undermine the chance of humming. So this is an example of us, of our human minds, of our lives. So here, most minds do not live in the present and can stick to a reasonable plan. So many of us, most of us, we do not live in the present. Each of us either get desperately, deeply worried about the future or thinks about the past and regrets certain incident. Oh, that happened to me one fine day. Or what would it be in the future? So most minds, they just do not live in the present, and this can become a big problem in their life. And some of them can stick to a reasonable plan. So many of them again stick to a particular plan. Once this happens, then that could happen. So everybody keeps planning and having a proper order, but people just forget to live in the current moment and see what is right now. What is the present situation? How can we make that beautiful? How can we help others and see to the current situation? So without getting worried about the future or regretting about the past, we should just move and live in the moment, is what the poet says. So, this can abruptly turn and undermine the chance of humming. So, that the nice music which we're humming slowly along the path, that could be disrupted. So, this is what the poet says, that we should take hold of our lives and just not think about what is to happen or what has been uh, happened so long. So what we have to think is right now. So this is what our poet gives. This is the message which our poet gives us through this beautiful poem, The Chance of Humming. So the message is, keep humming in the now and see what happens. See how beautiful the things around you are. So when we study or when we go through the pages or when we enjoy literature, read something, just it is a lesson. It is something that we seek from these pages, from these great poets, because they have lived their life with great experience. So keep humming is what the poet conveys to us. So we come to an end with this session. Thank you.